welcome back to Broke Gamer. And next on the list I got, as everybody can see, is the Nintendo GameCube. Again, this is another little system I completely missed, as I was firmly in Sony PlayStation 2 camp. So I wanted to pick this little gem up. And as I say, this is again, I found this at a garage sale. I must admit, it probably wasn't the best particular buy because it's filthy. I mean, the fans, everything was missing, all the bottom connections and everything. And but the guy assured me that it worked. But again, what can you blame me for $10? And I went home and I plugged it all in, and yeah, lo and behold, it worked. But I did come across one small little problem on it, because when I actually did turn it on, I had a major clanking noise. Because right inside here is the fan. And so I went on YouTube and I found a couple of videos of how to take this thing apart. And I did, and when I looked into it, the actual fan casing had basically been completely disintegrated, and it was just a rolling little fan mucking around, not doing anything. So again, went on eBay quickly and found a replacement fan. Got that a couple of days later, and plugged it all in, and way and behold, I've got now a fully functioning, not the best looking GameCube, but still working. So yeah, and this is my new little favourite little console I just got. It's just a quirky little thing, and I must admit, I'm really impressed with the quality that comes out of it. Yeah, and I'm really sorry that I missed it when it first came round. But I've got it now, and off I go. Let's see, next bit. Looking at this, and I came across, it's probably another thing that freaked me out a little bit, was the controller. Now, I was a bit apprehensive when I first saw the controller, but after using it for a while, this is probably the most comfortable controller I've ever used. It's strange. But the big old clicky buttons on the top, which I wasn't a great fan of. And to be honest, I think they can do a bit less on the travel time. But other than that, I thought this was a really comfortable controller. I mean, my hands, yeah, they are probably a bit too big for this thing. But overall, I found it was really comfortable and really responsive. And so, I only got the one controller with it. And when I went along, this is all I got. You see, he just sold me the one controller and the console itself. He had no games, so I couldn't even test it. But he did promise me it worked, and for $10, I just went with it. So again, went straight onto eBay, and I picked up about 6 games or so. And starting off, very simple. I got Star Wars Rogue League. This is Rogue Squadron 2. Now, I had the original one on the Nintendo 64, and I got this one straight off. This was, I believe it was one of the launch titles for the system. And again, it is absolutely beautiful. A Star Wars fanboy's wet dream. This was absolutely fantastic. It was just everything that the Nintendo 64's version wanted to be, but couldn't due to the lack of power and storage. But yeah, no, I picked this up again. This is some of these games are so cheap. It didn't come with a manual, which I was a bit disappointed. But I also picked up a little memory card slot. So they just pop straight in like that, like all the rest of them do. But yeah, I picked up Star Wars Rogue. Next thing, I've never been a big Metroid fan. But when I picked this up and I plugged it in, as I say, they changed all the styles from the little platforming gem it was from the Nintendo and Super Nintendo days, and they turned it into a bit more of a first person. And when I plugged it in again, I was really impressed with it. I mean, I played the original one, and I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it was the best game I've ever played, but I know a couple of people will probably disagree with that. But again, I was really impressed with this one. I have no idea. It was just a fun, responsive. Everything came very natural. when I played this game. And I played it for a good couple of hours and I really enjoyed it. And next, and I think there's Resident Evil 4. Now I had this on the PlayStation 2. And on that, I thought that was a great game on there. And this was meant to be the best version that came out. And again, yeah, pretty much what I thought it was going to be. But I was quite impressed with the graphics. Again, I thought to me, they feel a little bit better than the PlayStation version at the time. But yeah, again, I picked this up. I think this was, I don't believe that tag up there. I think I picked this up for $5 at a retro store, which I was very surprised at. And I also picked up, I don't know why I picked this up. I really enjoyed Burnout series. Just loved it, nice arcadey feel to it. And again, this one I plugged in. And again, it's just good old fun that I really enjoyed. Yeah, well, I was really woo. And this was a garage sale. Literally, I think the week after I got this, I found another guy that was, again, just selling GameCube games. He only had like 2, and I picked up this one. So I don't think it's the best one of the SSX series, but I played it for a little bit. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Again, this is just the start of the Nintendo GameCube collection as I'm starting. And last I got, it was a little bit while, but Def Jam Vendetta. I had this on the PlayStation 2, and I really enjoyed it on there. And I don't know why I saw this version. I went on there and I went, oh, okay. Again, I think I paid, it was like $8, if I remember correctly. And again, absolutely fantastic. It was just a nice, simple, arcadey kind of brawler that I got into. I could never get into any of the WWE games because I don't know, they just overcomplicated things for me. And I'm a bit more of a casual gamer. I like games that I can just pick up, play, and then just move on. All these games nowadays where, that you need to memorize 20,000 different moves, and that's just to play the basic game. But this was back in the time when games could be just picked up and played. Sorry about that. But just picked up and played. And that's what I really enjoyed about these retro systems now. There's no new big updates that everybody needs to have for these games to even work these days. I probably won't get into the PS3 time generation or the Xbox 360. I mean, I may pick one up, but I don't know. As I say, who knows how long these servers will last to keep these games up to date. So I picked up a Nintendo GameCube and I really enjoyed it. I was really fascinated by the new little format. It's Nintendo's first CD-based console. And I honestly think it is a brilliant little console. So if anyone out there would really fancy getting one, I would definitely recommend it. I don't think you'd be really disappointed. But again, I do think some of the more better games are getting a little bit more pricey. I mean, there's some of the Mario games, even the Smash Brothers, Luigi Mansion. Some of those are getting up to $40, $50 each. So it's a bit of a system that's, if you want those good games, it's going to cost a little bit of money. As I say, I haven't got that sort of money, so I'm hoping that one day I'll come across them in a garage sale and I could pick them up for $2, which would be great. But I really hope you, if you get this system, I hope you enjoy it, as I do. Thank you. And hopefully the next time I'll have another system, see how it goes.